My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Nunas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
Today, the genre jar has returned.
Woo-hoo.
We are back with our it's not patented, but our jar of genres that we have selected one from. So today we will be talking about our personal favorite food-related dramas. However, before we do that, we are going to talk about what's coming up in July that we're all looking forward to watching. All right, what about you, Amanda?
I don't know. There's so much. Like, when I started going through things, like, there's so many things coming out.
July is heavy. It's a heavy month.
I mean, obviously, Netflix finally announced second season of My First Love, so obviously I'm going to watch that because Jisoo, and also the ending of the first quotation mark season was...
Like, you're already in it. You gotta watch too much to give up now, you know?
It's not really like watching a new show. It's like, okay, so I've watched half of a show. I need to watch the other half of
I
the
put
show.
it off for a while, and now I'm coming back to it.
Right. So I'm definitely going to watch that. I don't know how interested I am in When the Devil Calls Your Name, but they posted those pictures of his hair today, and I'm just like, now I want to watch it just because his hair looks
glorious. Good. It's glorious. It looks so long and luxurious.
I don't know anything about this one, but I just saw a thing for The Great Show today, and it's adult siblings. So I'm like, when that starts to come out more, maybe it says with a comedic touch. So I'm like, maybe, but maybe like, I was really excited for that Live or Die because I like adult siblings. And then it was horrible. They were not nice siblings, and I didn't like watching them together. So like,
and like when they say in a K-drama with a comedic touch, that can go so many ways.
Yeah.
You don't know. It could be not funny at all.
They could have just like not said anything and it'd be fine. Like it would just be at the same level.
But it's like, I just remember watching Through the Grapevine where they had classified it as a romantic comedy. That show is not a romantic comedy, so I do not trust any of these things anymore.
There's one coming out called Endless Love. Again, I don't know how interested I am in seeing it. It's a Thai drama, but it's got Lee Thanet in it, and I love Lee Thanet, so I'll watch him read phone books probably because he's cute. So he's just adorable, and fingers crossed there's subs. GMMTV it's on their 25 or whatever the channel is, so like it's not their teen channel, so subs become somewhat erratic, but he's fairly popular, so maybe. And The Wolf, my sister and I have been looking forward to watching The Wolf. It's a C-drama coming out. I don't know why we're looking forward to this one in particular, but we saw things for it like a year ago, and we were like, oh, that looks so good. And then like it never came out, and coming out apparently this month. So I'll at least hopefully get an opportunity to check that out. Between Vicky and Hot Pot, maybe. I
always forget about Hot Pot.
Yeah, me too. But I was just like, there was something else that came out today that I was like, oh, Vicky doesn't have that. I wonder if Hot Pot has it. They don't. Okay, well. But I went on both websites and like requested it. I was like, hey, no, I'd like to watch this. I don't know if anybody else wants to watch it, but I do. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that coming out that looks good. Some J dramas that sound interesting, and
they'll probably never get.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Although some of these ones have like the posters on them look brighter, so they kind of look more like the kinds of posters that like Vicky seems to get those J dramas.
That's true.
Like they don't go for the dark ones, but like,
no.
Oh, does it have bright colors? Is it a cute one?
Is it a comedy? Is it cool?
Yeah. So like there's one called Babysitter Jin, and it looks like it's kind of like a weird looking Mary Poppins poster. So I'm like, but like the kid in the background looks like it's an adult dressed like a kid. So like I don't know what's going on there, but might be interesting if subs become available. And the other one was Soaking Wet Private Detective something something. She travels back in time whenever she becomes soaking wet, and she has a detective agency that she runs out of like a hotel room in a hotel that I think is like going under or something. And I'm like, okay, that combination just sounds delightful.
It's probably going to be great. J-dramas are really good at doing a weird premise, and then it just like becomes like the greatest, cutest thing that you've ever seen.
Again, concept and title and poster, it looks like the kind of thing you could see Vicky getting. So I might go hang out on the Vicky like request page and put a bunch of titles in and say like, maybe.
I need to get better with that. Just like request any J-drama that I see. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Just make it a personal mission to just get more.
And there's 2 like nerdy video game ones coming out that maybe, I don't know, they're both C-dramas, and one is Go Go Squid about like an anime cosplayer and an e-games superstar, which I don't know. That sounds like it would be cute. So, and kind of nerdy fun. I don't know. And the other one is The King's Avatar, and it kind of looks like it's got that thing going on like Levo 2O had or Alhambra had, where there's like doing real life and video game stuff, and like what's going on in some like video game worlds as well as what's going on here. And I liked both of those concepts anyway, so I might give that one a check if it shows up somewhere.
Talia's having a bit of an issue. She's got someone working on her.
Lawnmowers. I got people working on my roof. I got lawnmowers.
So there's going to be a lot of ambiance from Natalia's house in this episode, so she can actually like talk to us.
Yes, I will try to minimize, but if you hear some weird noises when I'm
like
talking,
ASMR, like
sound of lawnmower. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but it's like.
I mean, it's a nice hum.
Yeah. Like.
Does that thing where it gets closer to you and then it's like.
Yes, that's a little apology in advance. Like, literally, it was nice and quiet, and then as soon as we started recording, it was like, time to fire up the old lawnmower.
Your neighbor was like, Natalia's recording. Let's go.
Needs quiet.
He wants to be in the podcast. That's what it is. And his like little
I
subtle.
A single neighbor, like, and he mows so much. He mows so much. Back to what we're talking about, Jessie. What are you looking forward to?
So I'm really looking forward to Love Affairs in the Afternoon. I actually watched half of the J-drama on Vicky before Vicky took it away, so I didn't get to finish it. But I really like, I didn't pre-plan and get his name. I always mess it up. Yang So.
From Running Man.
Yes, from Running Man and a bunch of other things. I just really enjoy him, so it's nice to see him in a lead, acting position. And I enjoy the story, the Japanese drama, so I'm hoping that the K-drama kind of gets as good as that one. I don't know. We'll see. Also, I don't know who's subbing it at this point. It's a Channel A show, so it could be up in the air who's going to be subbing it. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am excited to at least watch the first episode of Hotel Del Luna, because I think it's going to be like interesting and kind of like creepy, but like in a weird creepy way. So I think it's going to be a fun show to watch.
It's got our little babies in it. It's got little babies in it. We've talked about both of them on the podcast.
Yeah, the cast is looking really good. And so I'm hopeful that that's going to be something that's fun. I also don't know, is Netflix picking that up? Because I know it's in the gap between the part 2 of Arth Doll and part 3. And since it seems to be like all of those are going on Netflix.
It feels like the kind of thing Netflix snaps up. Like,
which is like I just want them, if they do have it, can we please give it to me like when it's airing, not like right now. I can't watch One Spring Night because it's still not up on our Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
We still don't have it.
Yeah, we don't have Abyss, but we have One Spring Night.
It's just, yeah.
It's just nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't even have, like sometimes when you look it up, you can like go to it and it will say when it's gonna premiere or when it's gonna be releasing new, like it'll have that date. It doesn't even have that. It's just that black kind of grayish background with the like title, and that's it. Like there might be like a little trailer for it, but there's nothing to indicate when it's even gonna like show up.
I hate that. Like, I don't understand why we can't all get everything, or like give everybody nothing. Like, but some of us get
even
it.
Even if we're not gonna get everything together, like at least say, like, give me a date. If you're gonna put it up on your site, just give me a date. Like, don't even let me allow me to search it if you're not gonna put it up.
Right.
Or like, what is it, Aid that just premiered a couple weeks ago or like last week? That wasn't on Netflix. They literally posted it when they announced like the day before that it was going on Netflix. That's when it showed up on Netflix. You couldn't even like search it and find it.
We're seeing like, and people were like, "Oh, Aid's on Netflix," and I was like, "What? It is? What?" Like, oh, okay.
Just say something. Like, just tell me. Like, it's annoying and I don't like it. But
I also don't understand, like, if it's like a licensing thing, sure, but if it's like a Netflix original, why, like, a lot of these shows are being like, Netflix originals because Netflix, help pay for the production or whatever. Like, why can't they all go up at the same time? Like, it can't be like a licensing issue. They own the licensing. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Get it.
I'm also looking forward to Watcher, which has the kid from the Robot Show. It's also an OCN show that is going to be on Viki, which is shocking, but maybe finally here we are. I haven't really watched any of the clips or anything from that, so it's kind of like up in the air, but it kind of looks like a kind of darker crime show, which I'm excited for, especially to see how he does in that kind of genre, because I really liked him in Are You Human? I think he did a really great job acting, so I'm excited to see him do that. There's also Level Up, which is the Sung Hoon drama comedy that I'm interested in. I mean, we all just love him. Let's see, what else? First Love also I'm going to be watching. I'm interested to see Moment of 18, just because I think that might be like a cute coming of age kind of rom-com. Mellow is My Nature kind of seems interesting. I just don't know if I'll like it because I haven't seen much about it, but it might be something that I kind of look forward to. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think I have listed like 11 K-dramas premiering this month. It's a jam-packed month.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going down this month.
And that's like not even like looking at like the J dramas and the C dramas and the Thai dramas and the like liking multiple different types is like a real problem.
It's hard. This multi-fandom life that we have, it's really hard. It's a rough go if you want to like do anything in your spare time.
That seems overrated. I'm gonna be real. Well, for me, the dulcet tones of the lawnmower, I'm definitely looking forward to those. But besides that, I'm also looking really forward to Hotel Del Luna. I just love them, and Level Up because I love Sun Hoon and Watcher. I'm also really interested in Designated Survivor. Designated Survivor is one of the few American shows that I actually watch and really enjoy, and I don't know why, because like it's not really like Kiefer Sutherland is he's aight, but it does have Maggie Q in it and she's awesome. But anyway, this one looks good, like it looks really well done, so I'm pretty excited. And I'm also excited for Class of Lies. I actually know absolutely nothing about it, but I really like his face, so I am going to watch it because that's, I'm easy to please that way. And then finally, Flower Crew Joseon Marriage Agency looks like a fun time. Uh-huh. So yeah, I'm trying to like sort of, I know I'm gonna say something really crazy. I'm trying to like narrow down the stuff that I plan on watching because it's getting out of control and I should work every once in a while.
No.
I don't know.
When we look at like what's coming up and it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this and this and this, and you're like, wait, I'm already watching 10 things and they're not over yet.
And then you also can't watch anything like old. Like once you start watching something old, you're like, I don't have the time for this, and then
But you do it anyway because
I don't know.
It's the heart wants what the heart wants, you know.
It's not a smart decision, but here we are.
Here we are.
What about you, Sky? What are you looking forward to?
Rookie historian Guhei Rong.
Yes.
July 17th.
Oh.
Yeah, shocker. I know everyone, though my timeline is absolutely chock full of anything having to do with this show. I think it's going to be pretty funny, from what I can tell. The little teaser that came out yesterday. It'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be a serious thing whatsoever.
No, it doesn't look like it.
I do think it'll be a take on gender roles a little bit different, so that'll be nice. But I do think it'll be mostly silly. But those are the types of seigooks I can handle. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying I can't do serious ones, but as far as the ones that I easily stick with, it's the lighter ones. Those are the ones that I can handle better. I guess because politics, I can only handle so much of. Hotel de Luna, ever since they did casting stuff for that, I've been pretty for it. Level Up looks interesting. I think it'll be cute to watch, but it'll probably be one of those that I'll end up getting behind on and then have to binge at some point, just because
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of stuff. 18 Moments, Ong, he's a cutie, and then of course Moonbin is playing a side character in that, so.
And he's so cute.
Yeah, I'll watch it. And there's actually really big names, like even aside from the younger characters, I think even the older ones, like it's pretty much anybody. It's everybody and anybody is kind of in this show, so it's worth at least a look for most people. Arthdal, I'm in it to win it, so whenever each time it's come open,
I am into that so hard. So hard. That's all.
I mean, I was already interested the first however many episodes, but at the close of season 1, it's like, well, now I'm stuck. I gotta watch the rest of it. So that's mostly for me. I'm sure there'll be, like, Watcher, for instance. It looks pretty dark, but I'll probably at least give it an episode or 2 chance to see how he's acting in it and stuff. And I'm sure I'll wind up watching all types of things. I'm not done with near the amount I should be with current watching. So I've just accepted it. It's fine. No guilt. It's whatever. It's a hobby, so it's all good.
As long as it doesn't, like, affect your, like, existence, like, in any negative way, who cares how much time we spend watching these?
Yeah.
They make us happy, and they allow us to have this lovely friendship that the 4 of us have formed. Yeah. So I'm cool with it.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much or how little. You could be only watching, like, 1 show a month, and that's still acceptable and fine. Perfect.
And it doesn't matter if your rate of watching changes for, like, if for a month you just don't even watch any. It's cool. It's fine.
If you're happy with your life, so now you're reading or you're going outside and getting sunshine, it happens. Some people like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Like, personally, nah, brah. But, like, you do you. We are a judgment-free zone.
Like my calendar today when I tried to put a beach day in with my friends and they were like, no, it's Natalia's birthday. You've already got things on the calendar. And it was like, it'll be okay.
Like, I don't actually, what do you have on the calendar for my birthday? Like, we go on your beach
Natalia's birthday, but it's like listed as like all day. So then when I put something in the calendar, it's like, you have a conflicting event. And I'm like,
yeah.
You only get to do one.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
Happy birthday on Twitter will take all day.
It'll be all right.
The adulation must come to me. Yeah, go on your beach day. It's fine.
Genre jar time.
Oh, you know it's time for the jar time.
We need like a jingle, a genre jar.
Genre jar. We talk about the genres. It's a genre jar. So this week we mixed it up. So the last time we did the genre jar, we just picked ourselves. But this week we selected 4 and then let people on Twitter vote on what one they wanted our hot takes on. So they decided they want to know which food-based dramas we are into. Oh, this was a tricky one. This was a tricky one. Maybe some of us will have some controversial opinions. Who knows?
Those controversial food opinions right there.
Food drama opinions.
I mean, well, Natalia and I are vegan, so obviously we're controversial because of the world.
Yeah, right. But no, we'll see what people are into. Who wants to go first? Last time we started with Amanda, so how about we go the opposite end?
Oh.
Start with Scott.
Well, I go
first. Put her on the spot. She was not.
I go first for something. Usually I have like 3 people's worth of preparation in my brain to like.
Not today. Scott,
No, switching it up. I'm actually gonna go with a Taiwanese drama for this. I have not watched any K-dramas that are food centric that I could tell, really. I mean, other than in passing, and that's not worth mentioning. Love Cuisine was one of the first dramas I actually watched on Netflix, and I don't even remember how many episodes. Probably a lot, probably 30 or more. It's at a cooking school, and Lego Lee is in it, and I fell in love with him pretty fast because his character was a jerk, and then he was nice after that, and so it was cool. But I was fascinated by food-wise. They would talk about Western food along with Asian food, and since I actually haven't been exposed to a lot of that culture in life at all, it was an interesting way of learning about stuff. Like, it felt super educational, though it was essentially a rom-com school drama, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I think it's still on Netflix, so it's an easy grab for anybody. It takes a bit to watch, but it got me hooked on dramas, so like I think pretty darn highly of it. So, and the kids in it, some of them are kind of more rough around the edges, some of them are the very privileged type, but over time, teamwork and finding their passion for food, and then of course you get some romances there, and there's a lot of side characters, and you end up liking them all, and you don't want them to graduate, that type of thing. So it was cute. Teachers saving their students type stuff.
With the title like Love Cuisine, I would hope there would be some romance, or else so misleading.
Oh, it's the romance because of the food.
Oh, sexy. Mm.
I'm not sure about the female lead character is kind of frustrating at times, but like that's unfortunate. But as far as, since it was my first drama, it's not like I had much to compare it to, so I was just kind of have to go with the flow at that point. But probably if I went back and watched it now, I'd maybe be a little more frustrated. There is some noble idiocy going on with the show as well. But again, since it was like my take on that, I was pretty frustrated because I didn't know that was like a thing. I was hopping mad that she was going somewhere for like a year, dagnabbit, to find herself. And I'm like, oh, it's a trope. Okay.
Oh, wait, this happens every other drama. Never mind.
This is a common thing. Okay, that's why she did it, because they do that. And since then, I've seen a lot of the side character actors who were the kids in a lot of other things. Usually not as main lead actors, but it's nice to see them pop up in like an Office show or whatever. So it's been fun to. I feel like I saw them grow up, even though of course I didn't. It's just the way. But the food looked really good too. It made me want to go cook more. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. That's the sign of a good food drama. If you're hungry, or if you want to look up recipes.
I want to say they went to a farm and like showed how they make soy sauce, like the process of it. They would go to a different farm for like a different type of vegetable, and it would be vegetables that I hadn't seen because I was unfamiliar with the specific Asian type vegetables that they were growing. So yeah, they would go to the markets and they would talk about different processes with stuff. And they make some of it really funny, but like I actually felt like I was getting schooled in stuff I had no idea about, so it was pretty neat.
That's cool. Well, I guess it's me since I'm next. So mine is a bit of a controversial on several fronts. One, because I know that someone in this podcast does not like this show. And the other way that I know it is because some could argue this is not a food drama. However, my decision for my favorite food-related drama would be Oh My Ghostess. I really enjoy it. It takes place. I really personally like it. So the people out there are like, oh my gosh, isn't that about a girl who gets possessed by a ghost and they both want to have sex with the main dude?
Yes.
That is the plot of Oh My Ghostess. However, the main dude is a chef and they do work in a kitchen, and a lot of the romantic stuff takes place while cooking. So I would argue that it is technically a cooking drama because they spend an awful long time doing kitchen-y stuff, and most of the show takes place in their restaurant, and the food, it's nothing I would eat because, as Jessie said, we're both vegan, but it looked good, like it looked well made, delicious. Like, yeah, I could go for some pasta right now. And then she has her cute little blog where she blogs about the food that she makes, but then they abandon that plot pretty quick. However, the show
that is too, right? Like the ghost girl.
Yeah, she works at a restaurant.
Like a Dokbaki restaurant or something like that.
And they do show that too, because it's a very central
there's a lot of
part of her being.
Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants going down in a lot of cooking, a lot of restaurants.
They go to the market a couple times too, so.
Yeah. And I personally am a big fan of the show, despite the fact that it does have, what shall we say, some problems with it. But what show doesn't? There is the noble idiocy, but it's not really noble idiocy because she does go away for a year, but you can tell they still email and video.
Yeah, it's more
it's just more like she's going to
long distance relationship.
This is a long distance relationship. That's fine. It's really when they don't contact each other that we all just go It's just they do say they're gonna go. Pre-warning for those who haven't seen it: if you are scared of ghosts, there are ghosts. The title is not misleading.
No.
And if you don't like violent things, there is some violence. So
it also may not be the best drama to have your younger kids watch.
It gets a little spicy. Not spicy, but
but a little bit more than your average
than a little kid.
Yeah.
Kid, they'd have questions. But teens it would be fine for I'd say 13 and up. There's nothing. It's real PG-13 stuff. It's not. She mostly is just I really want to have sex with you, and he's like, oh, my poor virgin Christian penis, no, get away.
I love that Korean mythology that they have, that girls who die virgins become angry ghosts. And I'm just guys, sex is not that great. It's good.
I always love this
it's
concept.
not keep me out of heaven good.
I always love this concept that somehow women are intrinsically changed by sex. No, it's okay. It's pretty fun, but it's not gonna alter your entire being. Chill out.
Into the light until I've had sex. I'm sorry, but it's just not gonna happen.
I died so thirsty that I just need a little bit.
To be fair, Silgi's character in this,
she's
seem pretty.
And she's amazing in it. She's so good.
So good. And I have to give Bo Young, thank you. Park Bo Young, thank you, my own brain, thanking myself. I have to give her props because she manages to play not only herself, but also Seulgi at the same time, which is pretty impressive. And she's really great. And then it has Jo Jung-suk in it, and he's just...
He's a cutie.
It has Kang Ki-young in it as the idiot sous chef, all there's a real found family with all of these chefs that are it's really adorable. There is no second male lead. So there's no weird love triangle. Well, okay, there is a weird love triangle, but
not the way you're thinking.
not the typical love triangle. It's a pretty doomed love triangle. Let's be real. There's a fun shaman. I really enjoyed it. It's actually one of my favorite dramas, Problems and all. And I believe that it is on Netflix. So
that's how I watched it.
There. Just a little quick shout out, if people are really into it or interested, they should check out the K-Bay podcast because they dive episode by episode, and they're hilarious, and we love Michael and Robert.
They are hilarious. I would watch the one episode, then listen to one of their podcast episodes on the show, and then kind of go like vice versa.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely recommend that. Don't watch it or listen to it at work because people think you're weird because you're laughing to yourself, like almost crying because they're so funny.
I have also
so
fallen off
funny.
the treadmill more than once listening to Michael and Robbie. So be forewarned.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, Jessie, what's your pick?
My pick was a little web drama. It's actually one of my favorite dramas, even it being like this tiny little drama. It's called The Cravings. It's also on Netflix. There are 2 seasons of it. And it's like kind of the typical actual like food drama where its purpose was to sell the product of the show. Like so, and they did it through food. So it was like an obviously like Kikkoman sponsorship deal, kind of like brand ambassador type drama. And it's stars Park Hee-ban, who she was in the girl group Milk, but also you might know her. She was the best friend in Just Between Lovers, or just recently she was in Top Management as the Steppen CEO character.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy her, but I watched this years ago. But it's basically what it does is it takes these like 10 to 15 minute little episodes, and it has like a central storyline, but it's not really anything big. It's just a very like sweet little mundane, just look at the life of like a person. It doesn't do much of anything, and it will set up the storyline how she comes home from work after a stressful day and her friend's going to come over. And so then she only has a couple minutes to make something. So she just makes whatever she has in the fridge. And that's the end of the episode. So it's a very like just a little glimpse in someone's life. And it doesn't have anything like super major story-wise or like something grand that happens. And then after the episode, during the credits, she'll come on and she'll like properly give the recipe. So she'll give like all the like, you know, actual information and how the creation was made, because sometimes they don't show it in the episodes. Like it's kind of just like she
That's
comes
really cool.
with a plate.
That's
But
really
it's a really like just kind of sweet, just easy to watch show that does just like take different scenarios and like it's literally like someone just like going in and like, oh, you have this and this and this. I'll make this little like side dish that we can have with our beer while we talk about boys. Or, you know, she moves into a new place, so she eats jajangmyeon, the black bean noodles and that sort of thing. Super easy to go through because it's so short and it's on Netflix, so it's easy to watch. I just really like enjoyed it. It's like kind of one of my favorite dramas that I watched, just because it was just like this nice little glimpse with food, and you like knew it was like product sponsored, but it didn't infringe upon what the show was going for, which was the food was the central part of it. So I
it's
really
like
enjoyed it.
a nice little feel good drama to just pick up a bad week.
Yeah, just a little chill little drama. You can bloat through it really fast and easy, and it's just you don't have to like invest a lot into it. It's just there and being sweet.
My favorite, I think, I don't know, I like food dramas, so watched a few of them. They're, heads up, not good for the treadmill or working out. Not a good plan. Like, I was watching the first season of Let's Eat, and I was only watching it when I was at the gym on the treadmill, and I was so hungry all the time. I was like, this is not good. Like, it's yeah. But I would say my favorite is actually one of my favorites from this year so far. It's called Best Chicken, and not a lot of people seem to have watched it, but it was just really enjoyable. It was cute and sweet, and a male lead who is like a nice guy and not a jerk and not like sexist or whatever. And
you'd be surprised how rare that actually is. Like, it's actually really frustrating to be like, most of these male leads are the worst.
Super, like the whole concept is that this girl is a webtoon drawer, like writer, and she's an artist, and somebody steals her concept, and her mentor steals her concept, and it just throws her into a tailspin, and she quits. And her grandfather owns this bathhouse, and she goes and starts running the bathhouse, but she runs it really crappily. And her grandfather is sick of her being lazy and not living her life. So he decides to sell the bathhouse, and I think he actually leases it out to this guy who has been working in an office in a corporation. He's got a good job, quotation marks, like it's, fine. It's got stability and everything, but he hates it, and he hates his life. And he just loves to cook, and he loves fried chicken. He loves to cook fried chicken. So he goes and gets this lease for the bathhouse, and she has the apartment upstairs, and she barricades herself into it, and it's like, I'm not coming out, and I'm not giving you my place, and forget it. And her grandfather's like, I don't care, I rented it, too bad. The guy who rents it, he converts it into a restaurant, but it's kind of neat because he keeps a lot of the bathhouse elements to it. So it's still got the tile and the floors, and you can tell where the tub used to be, kind of thing, and stuff. And so people kind of like the sort of hipster vibe of it. He takes it as part of his lease that he needs to help this girl to become better. And so it's interesting because she's so jaded and she's so angry, and it's her whole perspective is, I'm going to sabotage this and destroy it so I can just go back to running a bathhouse and living my life, off the grid, kind of thing. But his eternal optimism starts to rub off on her. So her friends will plan things to help her sabotage, and then she feels bad because he's so nice. She's like, fine, I'll just fix things so that it all works out in the end. And it's super cute. And I was so hungry all the time. I just wanted to have chicken wings and beer all the time while I was watching.
That's the mark of a successful food drama. While you're watching it, you're like, oh, I really
want that.
Yeah. This.
It's just, there's a whole couple episodes where it's he wants to go on this televised competition where you taste all these different fried chickens and tell which restaurant they're from. So they just get takeout night after night for a month, just so that they can memorize what the different tastes of the different restaurants, and they're just eating it constantly, and you're just like, okay, stop now. But it's very cute, and it's short. I think it was 10 or 12 episodes, and didn't go too long. There wasn't too much drama. There wasn't a lot of heavy separation, and there wasn't, stuff happens and things happen, but all in all, people seemed pretty supportive. There was a little bit of mom drama where his mother basically decides that she hates this and she wants him to go back to his company. So she steals his chicken recipe and opens a restaurant around the corner. Take him down. And you're like, that's not good mothering.
Also, that seems like a lot of work. I feel like there would be easier ways to just set the chicken place on fire. That would be a quicker way to sabotage him.
There would be other shortcuts. Yeah.
That's kind of the thing, is that she was a single mother raising 2 boys and working in a restaurant. And so he has these very fond memories of being a kid in the restaurant, and she's going, it was horrible and it's a lot of work. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And so she's trying to destroy it by opening her own restaurant, but she realizes it's fun. She likes having a purpose and having a job and having it's kind of neat to see her growth there too. And there's the friends in the neighborhood, and there's a brother, and so there's some found family, and there's some real family, and there's romance, and there's goofy cuteness too. The grandfather loves that it's a restaurant now, so he throws in as part of the lease that he buys a giant rooster statue and puts it on the roof of the building, so that you're and then once in a while the rooster statue will wink at the camera and stuff. So it's just goofy, it's lighthearted fun, it's cute, and I was hungry all the time, so.
Did its job.
Oh.
All right, so if you want to hear our secondary recommendations for food drama stuff, y'all head over to Coffee because we got some special background stuff on there. You know, you can donate what you can, and then you get full access to just amazing behind-the-scenes nonsense from all of us. Also coming up very soon, the epic watching of the first episode of Boys Over Flowers with our commentary is coming soon. And by soon, I mean next week? Next week. Coming, well, this week, because...
It's your next week for our recording.
Next week for when we're recording, but this week for when you're listening. So, that's coming soon.
Book club is coming up.
And book club is coming up very soon. June is ending. I know. It's
crazy.
It went so fast. So early July, we're going to be starting our book club with the first book, Dragon Pearl.
This is your warning. Read.
Yoon-Ha Lee, you still got time to read it. Like, it's not
It's not a super long
epic.
book.
Like, you can get through it. Like, you just believe in yourself. And then come on down and join us for the book club. Other than that, I think it's time for us to go feed ourselves because we've made ourselves hungry thinking about all of these food-based dramas.
Yeah.
So until next time, stay frosty and enjoy some delicious kimchi. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.